Well, sun is behind me, but I'm not gonna face it because I would be like this. I don't know what that goose wants, but she's asking for something. This actually reminded me of something. It's so interesting, but I found this, like, I don't know what it's called, but it's kind of like a butterfly, but it's not. It's I don't think it was a mole. Mole, moth, moth. I think moth. Yeah, no, something like that, but very small in our bathroom. And I saw it there for like 2 days, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna get you out of there because there is no life here for you. So let's get you out. No problem. It climbed up on my finger. It was holding on. And I got into the window. Didn't want to fly away. And then I had this thought. Like, I just knew. I was like, it needs water. And this is fascinating. And I don't know how that shit works. Okay, but it works. It needs water. And I swear, I got a drop of water on my arm. It was actually drinking. I saw it. It actually looked it up. It drank that one drop. And I was like, how did I know? How did I know? And then, yeah, then I kind of, I gave it another drop. It didn't want to drink anymore. And I was like, okay, time to fly. And I just dropped it off from the 7th floor. I was just like, off you go. Be free. I mean, I don't know how I knew. Something told me it's thirsty. Fascinating. So I'm actually making this video because I know that my videos are all over the place, especially the last 3 ones. And I don't care because structure is bullshit. It works for some. I'm not taking it away from you. It doesn't work for me. Whoever watches my videos, and if whatever message resonates, it's for the similar type of people. Like, yeah, listen, not every video I click on, I like on YouTube. It's gonna be the same for you. So, I talk about everything, but at the same time, it's like, I don't even know how to title those videos. Like, I have to figure out at least some basis or like some main, but there is no point because it's life. It's life. Everything is interconnected. But I do want to talk deeper and more about certain things. So I'm making this video to talk about, I talk about finding your truth a lot, following it. But the thing is, I believe I need to be more specific than that because it is very confusing. It's extremely confusing, especially at the beginning. First thing I would tell you is do not let other people dictate your actions. Yeah, I think I could describe it as such. It's about actions. It's not about what you're thinking. It's not about what you're feeling. It's about what you do. All right. I know I didn't talk about like how it feels in my body because I know it's gonna feel for each of you. And I know I'm very strong in certain beliefs, certain opinions or ideas, ideology. There are certain things that Nobody can tell me otherwise, and it's just because I know, and I feel it in my body. And when you know, you know. Nothing's gonna move you. I'm still open-minded, but there are certain things that I just know that feel like it's part of my bone structure. I don't care who, what, how. I just know. And people used to call me arrogant. My mom would tell me that I'm arrogant. Oh, you think so much, like you think you're more than others. And as a kid, I would be looking at her and I'm like, where is it coming from? And I'm like, what does she mean by that? Like, I never tried to, like, I'm just living my life. Like, I'm never trying to, I cannot tell you how positive of a person I was. Now, when I look at my pictures from 10 years ago, 15, and I look at my pictures now, I'm like, there is life all over my face. It's like you look in my eyes and you know, I know what I've been through. I've been through stuff. That's life. So I was called arrogant. There is a difference. That's why I talk about intentions a lot. I put emphasis on that because arrogant people are coming out of their ego. They appear confident. They will tell you that their truth is is the truth. But knowing your truth, that's self-trust. That's not ego. And how to discover that? There are certain things I observe now that there is a certain a knowing, a nudge, something in you just knows. And I observed stuff like that from years back. There were a few things that would bug me, I guess, but I just let it slide because I was just like, oh, this is interesting. It's almost like, this is interesting. Something's off here, but you continue living your life. And now I know that I always knew. Always this thing that there is something off about this, or something in me disagrees with this thing. That is your soul's whisper. Let's say it's a whisper. So I would say, I wouldn't even be like pay attention, because attention goes automatically where it needs to go. Always. You don't need to try. Just the fact that you are curious or you're like more reflective, your soul is going to be like, oh, thank God, finally. And it will point you to the things where your attention needs to go. I'm going to say it because why not? It's life. But let's say after my long-term relationship, I came to Vancouver and I would be sitting here. It's like my favorite fucking spot. I would sit here and suddenly I would start. I remember sitting up. I was super restful. Yeah, I was just resting. I would sit up and suddenly my eyes are looking at this like man in a distance. And I'm just like, wow. That reaction of mine was so unlike me. So unlike me. I was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, what's going on? And that's when I realized that, okay, there was a certain body type. There was certain something that I really liked. And I was like, what? Okay. And That's why I know, like, where your attention goes, it's like your tastes change. Like, once you actually do these things for yourself, once you act on what you desire or what you feel like you should do, even when it feels like don't do it, and you still do it, there will be these little things that will uncover themselves to you. Like, your body will actually tell you what you like. There's gonna be different smells. That's why perfumes, I change. I had a really favorite vanilla perfume and they discontinued it, and I was just like, no. But then I actually went and I tried a new stuff that I got. I swear, I got chills. That was just like a few months ago. I got chills and I was like, oh my god, this perfume is so much like me. I cannot believe that. So there is always resistance to change because, you know, you have familiar thing. There is always resistance to change. I don't say ignore it. Just kind of be like, oh yeah, you're here, whatever, I'm still doing me. It's very hard to do that. There is something in you that just knows, that always knew. There are parts of you that were there when you were a child. Passions you had, those passions might have changed now. Like, there are things that now I do that I wouldn't as a child, or there are dreams, not dreams, passions maybe, that I had when I was little, and now I'm like, okay, it's not like if I ever do that, it's gonna be because it feels right. It's not gonna be because, oh, I have to do it because I wanted to do it when I was little. You are in charge, remember. And I was confused as fuck, and at first I was like, okay, what is my soul telling me I'm gonna follow? So I saw myself as separate from the soul, and the soul is the body, and I actually wanted to talk about the nervous system, now I realize. So oh god, help me. But listen, yeah, everything is interconnected, so that's how it flows. But yeah, there are these little things and hints that you just know. And what happens is that when you're used to strong relationships, like bonds, in the past, like, yes, I talk a lot about parents, and I talk a lot about like my romantic relationships, because I mean, every single fucking person on earth, it matters. It matters. Your career doesn't matter. Like, nothing that you do, your hobbies don't matter. It's about how we treat each other. Bottom line, we're love. We want to feel love. We want to experience love. And everybody does. You may be traumatized as fuck. You may be avoidant. You may be afraid. You may be self-sabotaging. But you do want to experience love. I'm afraid too. Tough. What I was speaking in the past few videos, like I was sharing stuff that I was like, fuck, why am I saying this? But I recognize the fear, and it's just because of everything that I've been through. Stories playing in my head. And I actually have to stop myself and just be like, Daniela, slow down. I'm not freaking out anymore as much. My heart rate doesn't go up as much, but there is certain discomfort. And then I'm like, okay, sure, it's uncertainty. And currently that uncertainty that I feel in my like situation when it comes to job, security, finances, all that, the stories that go are regarding romantic stuff. So I noticed that like my mind wants to close the loop because it feels uncertainty, and it translates in the relationship stuff, because the relationships are most important aspect of life for me personally. You know, there are some people who are money oriented, goal oriented, career, passion, whatever. Great, good for you. I'm not like that. For me, it was always about relationships, and I believe there is a reason for that. Like, there is a reason why I am the way I am. And also, it's a good point, that's why it's important you are who you are, and you actually reflect and just sit with yourself. Answers will come, I fucking promise. I swear, love. Answers will come to you. It may not be in the form that you expect, but answers will arrive. And you will know what you like and what you don't like. And those likes and dislikes can change, okay? I love change. When I was in Montreal, I painted the whole house white, the interior. And I was like, I know, I love change. If I paint the wall red, I will have to paint it some other color again. I'm like, I don't want to do that. So I painted it all white. And then it was the decor that I was changing. I was like, different colors, different seasons, and I love that. Now when I'm calling with my ex-partner and I'm like, fuck, everything is the same as I left it last time, it pisses me off. It bothers me. I'm like, fuck, like if I ever visit him, I'm gonna ask, can I please change this? Probably he's gonna say no, because it's like none of my business anymore. Maybe he's gonna say, yeah, sure. Some people just don't give a fuck. I do. I need change. I love change. I change because I am different. I am a different woman. Like, I don't know how that's gonna feel for a man that's gonna be with me, but I'm like, well, he's not gonna be bored, that's for sure. I surprise myself. So yeah, I am a different woman all the time, and I realize in my relationships that there are parts of me that others didn't want, because those parts were strong, independent, they had voice. You have voice, other people lose control, they don't like that. I'm like, well, okay, but I love it. I love myself, that's it. So you will hear the voice, subtle voice, in every aspect of your life. As an example, music is absolutely phenomenal. The resonance, the vibrations, it's real. The lyrics, sometimes it's music, sometimes it's lyrics. Sometimes when I was not understanding English, I had few favorite songs, and then once I understood the lyrics, I was like, oh shit, I don't like it. And that's perfectly fine. Then there were songs that I didn't like the music necessarily, but I liked the lyrics. Suddenly it became my favorite song. Coincidences don't exist. Whatever you're paying attention to, stop yourself and be like, oh, this is interesting. Sometimes, like, there is a song that would just start playing in my head. Whatever I'm doing, there is just this background thing. And I know now, it has a message for me. So if it's a song, I am like, what part of that song, like what is exactly playing in my head? And sometimes it connects, sometimes it takes days for it to connect. But that's because as you're going about your life, this is why I fucking hate boxes and I fucking hate structure. Because I understand people label things. People want structure because it provides an illusion of certainty and safety. And people are easy to control when they are afraid. So there is a lot of fear around everywhere, in every aspect of your life. And then you follow structure, your ego does, because, it's hard to walk with the fear and not listen to it. It's hard to do that, but it's possible. And this is the only way you can actually get out of the box. And this is when you start trusting yourself. music, lyrics, yeah, holistic, everything is holistic. Who you see in a day, what they say, music you hear, it can be literally like everything impacts everything and everybody. Your mood shifts, your emotions shift, your thoughts shift all the time based on where you go, who you see, all of that. So that's why it's important not to put pressure on yourself, because those things click at the right time, and they will. They will, I promise you that. This is something, when I say something now, I know I'm speaking the truth. I promise you that. I wouldn't have said that if it wasn't true. And what's amazing about this is that I don't need to prove anything, because you have your own truth. You have your own body, you have your own nervous system, you have your own life. And so I'm telling you, slow down, pay attention, and things will start making sense. And what I'm saying right now will make sense to you in a month, 6, a year, or 2. Doesn't matter. I already lived through a shit ton of things, and I put stuff together. In spiritual community, there is a lot of... When my awakening started, I was confused as fuck. You watch these videos, and they're a bunch of theoretical bullshit. This will piss people off. I don't care. Listen. You think that I care what somebody thinks after everything I've been through? This is exactly where you want to get. When you decide not to obey fear, when you decide not to listen to voices of other people, their opinions, you will go through so much internally that's when you realize, I don't give a fuck what anyone says, because I know my truth. And it's so fucking ridiculous. At some point you realize that everybody says something, but everything is so absolutely subjective that you're like, why the hell would I listen to you? I'm like, I'm not going to argue with you. I am not going to tell you that you're wrong, because I know now that whatever you believe it for a reason, because of everything that happened in your life. It led you to that belief. My beliefs changed over time too. And they still will. There is still things that I feel, because the thought, intuition, the thought is reoccurring. That's your intuition. I'm gonna give a dumb example, but it's a crazy example, and it's a perfect example. So, see, dumb and perfect at the same time. Look at me. No, I'm not dumb. I just do dumb things. So, I did not have money to be buying fancy jewelry. There were these earrings I was checking out. I still believe I have the one, this one, the round one, the gold. That's solid gold. Solid gold. I had 2. I lost one, so now it's just been up. And whatever I was doing, whatever I was reflecting, I would go by the store, and there was this thing in me, I want gold earrings. The underlying point was, I deserve to be treated well, because that's when I was figuring out my relationship with money. I want solid gold. I don't want cheap stuff. Now, I'm somebody who doesn't care about that, right? I already told you. For me, most important thing is relationships. How people treat each other. The values, the respect, love, care. If there is none of that, I don't give a fuck. But now I'm like, I do. And that's just, it came from within. It was like, treat yourself because you deserve the best. And it shows, but it's also because I perceive things in a way that I like, yes, solid gold. I don't want something that is going to scratch or it's going to not last for long. I don't want any of that. I don't want cheap stuff. And I was like, well, you're not really in a position to do that. So what I did was that, now it wasn't a priority. This is not a matter of food, okay, or shelter. So that's how it started. I was like, let's see if I really want it or if it's just some impulse, some thought, something. At first, when it's just an impulse, you will forget you even thought about it. You will literally, it will just slip your mind and you're going to continue living your life. You forget about it. But the thought about the earrings came back again and again and again. And I don't know if it was a week that I was observing or if it was a month. Few weeks. I think few weeks. I was like, I'm curious. Do I really want it? Not even want it, but am I really supposed to buy it or not? And then the money came in unexpectedly from somebody. And I was like, yeah, gold earrings, they're expensive, but I'm gonna do it. And I did it, and I don't regret. And right now I have very few things, but they're good, they're high quality. And this is what matters to me. It is the quality, and it's just because of how it makes me feel. So what matters is how you feel, aka back to nervous system. Nervous system is hard to talk about, and now I notice that many people talk about this, and I did not know that I was basically healing my nervous system. So spirituality, well, that's what I was talking about, yeah. They have certain terms that just confuse the shit out of you. Those are not fucking answers. It's just like blah, 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 blah. Fancy fucking, it's like reading a Bible. Now I understand certain things, but it's because of what I lived through. It's metaphors. It's bullshit. That's not answers. And so here I am, a gift from the universe to you. I'm being serious, but you know, it's a funny way to put it. But why not? Because another thing about who I am blunt and I'm bold. And I always hated bullshitting around. I hated sugarcoating. I was like, fuck, say it as is. Why bullshit? Why talk paragraphs? I'm like, just fucking say it directly. So here I am telling you, let go. In spirituality, let go. It was so frustrating. It was pissing me off. But I knew it's pissing me off because I was trusting that feeling, because I had it again and again and again. Whoa, fuck, suddenly it's cold. I had that feeling again and again and again. I'm like, if something bothers me about this repeatedly, it's for a reason. It's because there is something that's not right, doesn't resonate with me. And now, for some people, they may read something about, like, from spirituality, and it may click for them. That's how I started too. There were some things that I was just like, I understood them immediately, eventually, depends. But there are certain things that people just don't explain because they don't know how, because they maybe they understand it, they write it in a certain way. Now, there's a lot of people out there, so I'm not trying to put anybody down. Whatever you write about, whatever you explain, whatever your video is about, there are people who need to hear your voice in your language, in your words, in your way of presentation. That's why I'm here now. She's like a little ant. I don't know why the hell they always climb up. I'm like, I'm gonna squish you by accident. Poof, back to the grass. There we go. And let go does. You don't force it. It happens on its own. Okay? So don't try to go. We are trying to search for answers because we desperately want to be rid of the uncomfortable, unpleasant emotion. If you're confused about what's happening in your life, if you're confused what's happening inside of you, you so want it to be done, then you're searching for answers. Now, I was searching for answers too. I don't even know how. Please, sun, come out. I don't even know. At the very beginning, I would feel drawn to things. So pay attention what videos you're watching, what your body's telling you to do. Because answers will come as you follow your body. If it wants to go and walk, and then you don't really know where you're going, then you turn right, you turn left. Suddenly you're in a bookstore. You're checking out the book. You don't even know why, how, what. When you start following your body, it doesn't matter it's traumatized. It always leads you where you need to be. It always has. And I know that because I see in the past, I did things that might not make sense, but they make sense now, 10 years later. I wasn't aware of my intuition as something big. I wasn't aware of anything really. But when I decided to do something and there was this deep knowing that I was like, this is what I'm doing, I just went for it. And here I am in Canada. There are sensations in your body. And those things will add up. There is always answer. Being present, what it means to be present. Another bunch of crap. I fucking swear. It pisses me off. There is this toxic positivity. It pisses me off. And why it's pissing me off? Because it makes people confused. It doesn't help them to find who they are. It makes them more lost. That's why it pisses me off. And it's okay. It's okay. It's just, hey, my opinion. Toxic fucking positivity. Go meditate. Calm yourself down. Be positive. Think positive. No. One thing you need to do is to know or keep telling yourself you can handle anything. No matter what you're going through, you can handle it. Otherwise, it would not have been happening to you. All right? It wouldn't have. It's a nervous system expansion. You're literally training, or like your nervous system is training you. This is like body, mind, spirit, consciousness, awareness. I don't know what is what. I have this image in my head, but it's not going to help anybody. I don't want to confuse anybody. That's why I'm not really giving examples that things that I did may be dangerous if you do not know yourself well enough. So I don't want to encourage anybody. Now, I really hope that whoever's going to be listening to this is a type of person like I am. You're a badass. You can do hard things. Because I'm telling you, go and feel heavy stuff. That's the way to heal. I don't like that reality. I hated it. I was resisting it so many times. And I remember having such strong resistance. I would just bitch. I would be in my favorite places that I have around the city. And I would just cry and I would bitch in anger on God. Like literally, what the fuck you're putting me through? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, I would just vent because there was resistance towards so much pain. So I know it feels unpleasant, and that's okay. But I am not here to tell you that go on a retreat, be there for 2 weeks, and you will find yourself. No. It is doing the uncomfortable stuff. Your nervous system expands. Patience, by the way. Patience is not a virtue. And why I'm saying that is because that would be another label on your identity. I'm a patient person. No, patience is a verb. It's what you choose to do. It's not I'm a patient person. I always thought about myself, or like I thought I was impatient, and that's because I knew what's going on inside of me when I'm being impatient, basically. Like I knew about the storm inside of me when something was not going in a way that, when somebody was not getting something, that always drove me crazy. Always. I was young, and it was. And then there was a friend of mine, and she told me, "You are so patient." And I was like, "What?" That's when I started to look at myself differently. But she was like, "You are so patient." And now I'm like, okay, I guess I am. So what patience means? Patience doesn't mean being calm, waiting for something. Patience is the exact opposite. It's you being able to sit with discomfort while things in your life unfold. Because there's a lot that is happening. There is a lot that we don't control. A lot of things is out of, like, everything other than you, basically. Make of it what you will. There is a lot that's out of control that we don't control. So waiting, like, do you think, like, of course I already want to be in the place of my life where things would be easier, where my skin would look good and my body would feel really good, where I would be so excited every day. Now I don't even, yeah, I it's hard for me to believe that reality because of everything I've been through, and waves keep hitting me. So, and it's getting harder and stronger and more challenging. So I don't know, but at the same time there is a part of me that hopes that it's time for change. And when I want to rush things internally, it feels worse than it has to. When I am in certain place and I just want it to be overdone, and I already want to be, like, 3 levels ahead, it's like there is this surge of energy in you that is just like, just let's be there, let's be there, let's be there. And it feels so much more uncomfortable in your body than if you just say, I'm here right now and it's okay, it's safe, everything's fine. Like, I don't have what I want, but I'm good. It's all right, I can wait for that stuff. So it's basically being uncomfortable. That's patience. Being able to be uncomfortable, that's nervous system expansion. That goes again to the point where I had little money. I was running out of food. Now I was never in a, and this is important, I was never in a situation where I would actually starve. This is extremely important. But the outer circumstances were always in a way that were driving my mind crazy, because all of me believed that that would be the case. So nervous, all of that I understood. My nervous system is just going through the fire, and it has to. It is like a cutting off addiction. When you choose to do things that are uncomfortable, you are doing yourself a favor. You are doing the best thing for yourself. Because whatever is comfortable is what your mind believes as truth. This is the truth. These are the facts. This is reality. Your body doesn't know any better. So I was very confused at some point, because I understood that the body is the soul, because my body was giving me sensations that were kind of guiding me. And at some point it became really, really, really loud. Like, yeah, I'm telling about like physical discomforts, but it's not a discomfort that you might feel. What I feel, it's like somebody sitting on your chest, and I feel it for hours. It's there is a lot of sensations that I get in my body, and then my skin is not looking that good these days. And I also was anxious about it because I was like, I want it to look good again. But then I observe, okay, my skin looks absolutely flawless some days, and some days it doesn't. And I just kind of tell my body, like, okay, I understand that you're processing stuff that my mind doesn't understand. I don't know science behind what's going on. Something is changing, and this is how you express it. And I'm just going to love you, and I'm going to be okay with you looking like this for now, because I know it's just temporary. It's just temporary. So it's extremely important to remind that to yourself, and reminders all the time. When I realize that I'm being tense, or like something bothers me, I just come back to it. I relax my body. Even now there's a voice inside of me that's telling me everything is fine, just keep talking as I'm talking to you. So my level of awareness is just like I can be aware of so many things at the same time, because I feel the tension in my body, tension in my traps, because part of me knows that you just wanted to talk about the nervous system and make it clear for people. And here you are talking about all kinds of shit. Like, well, shit, it's not shit. It's precious information, but like it appears jumpy, but it makes sense. And I just have to trust that whatever my mind is saying, it's really like there is no structure, but it will resonate with somebody, just like those songs. Some words, some sentence in a song resonates, and you just love that song, or it makes you cry or something. But that's because there is truth to it for you. This is extremely important. Your truth is your own, no one else's. That's why no one else can tell you otherwise. That's why don't let other people sway you, okay? Don't let them. And you will wanna, especially people that matter a lot to you, you will wanna preserve those relationships. You will wanna keep those people close. And boy, once you start doing what they don't like, that's when you really, really will see the reality for what it is. You will really see that people do not love you for who you are. Because when you start saying no, when you start acting on it, despite everything, because you will follow your truth, you will suddenly be out of control for other people. Other people will not be able to control you, and so you kind of put them in a discomfort. And not everybody is ready to face that. They will not know what's happening. They will just feel very uncomfortable. They will freak out. They will be worried about you. Oh, you're doing something stupid, blah, blah, blah. You're not going to be safe. You are throwing your life away and whatnot. But that's because they don't have awareness that you have. And don't try to make them have the awareness. It arrives in its own time. It's people's choice. And really, it's a process. Some people may not be aware of some stuff right now, and then maybe in a few years, months, weeks, days, I don't know, they will realize something. So you just do you and observe people's behaviors. That's also and this is powerful. In relationships, any relationship, but I'm talking about dating, because people are crazy on dating apps. When I read some profiles, I'm looking for a long-term relationship. Well, good luck. dude. I want her to like what I like. I want her to like the music that I like. That's what's gonna make you happy? Isn't there beauty in sharing yourself with someone who will actually be like, okay, let me into your world? Who are you? It doesn't matter. You don't have to love the same kind of music. Basically, it's full of insecurities. If it's not good enough for you that you like the music, I don't care whether my man is gonna like it or not. I don't give a fuck because I love it. Now, probably I wouldn't play it in front of him all the time if he hates it, but I don't need to force my likes and dislikes onto you. And I also don't want you to force it on me, because that's the beauty of love. Like, I love you for who you are. I don't give a fuck what hobbies you have. Sure, am I curious enough? Am I gonna try? Am I like, oh no, I'm never gonna do that? Like, enjoy. I have my opinion about this, whatever that is, and I'm gonna speak it. And if you cannot handle that, then you're insecure. But that's the beauty in people in that. And so in relationships, it's like, I want a long-term relationship. Well, doesn't everybody? But what you do is you're looking on the other person and you are trying to check the boxes. Is she like this? Is she like that? Or he, or whoever, okay? So you are focusing on the other person. You're outside with them and your focus is, are they doing what I want them to do? Are they saying what I want them to do? Are they who I want them to be? That's control. That's control. But it's because your focus is on the other person. This is gold. And it's so fucking simple. This is why I'm just like, oh my God, like, I wish somebody told me this 2 years ago, but fuck. Well, nobody did. I figured it out by myself, but now here I am. You're welcome. God, do I sound... Yeah, I'm not sounding soft these days, but then I'm going through my own stuff. I'm trying, I'm doing my best. But I think if I soften up, I would just cry because my heart hurts these days a lot. So I don't... facts. Okay. The moment you focus, you shift your focus, you force your mind. Do it a million times over. It's gonna become easier, okay? So I know I'm saying that emotions will rise up. When the deep healing starts, you will go through really hardcore shit. But that's because you will already be in control of yourself enough that your body will trust this shit needs to be healed. But the way your body and mind will work for you, like, I swear they will start working for you. They will make things easier for you. It just makes me like, I love myself so much. I cannot tell you, because it's like I got chills now, because I am so grateful for my body that it talks to me, even though it sucks, but it talks to me, and me actually allowing it to be in charge. It's like, okay, you trusted me. Now it's time I repay the favor. It's like best friends. It's like I trust my body and I trust it through everything. And now it makes me want to cry because it's so beautiful. Like, I had no idea this type of relationship was possible. And now I'm like, it's not like another entity. It's part of you, but it has its own language. It has its own language. And so I just love that, because it doesn't matter what we go through. It's like, how much would you appreciate somebody who goes through shit show with you? That's how I feel about my body. And my mind is kind of like, I feel like that about my body, because my body was feeling all this, but my mind just needed me to take charge. My mind needed me to go through stuff for evidence, to shift certain beliefs, and now it works for me as well. It does. So focus on you. And I'm talking about anxiety a lot, because anxiety is number one sign you will have. Anxiety is felt in your body. You need to go. There is no formula I can give you to be like, this is how it feels. And I mean, it's a fucking sensation, you know. I can tell you I have a headache. There is like 10 types of headaches. Go figure. I don't know. Sensations. You will learn to discern what sensation means what. I swear, you will learn, by practicing it. You will observe, you will get it, you will understand. So we can say that you will remember, because this is very natural, like I say supernatural, because this world just lives on logic, but we are supernatural. Naturally, we are magic. We are magic. So listen to your body. The only way you can come to understand it is by pushing its limits, okay? Getting it out of comfort zone. For example, knowing how discomfort feels in your body, how fear feels in your body, and there is a fear that you yeah. um, there is this very visceral fear. It's a fear of, like, literally, I'm going to die right now. It's whatever the situation, there is this fear where everything else shuts down and you are just focused on this one thing, and you're like, what can I do right now in this moment to protect myself? It's visceral. It, like, your whole nervous system is on fire, and there's just like, it's just this. Then there is fear that makes you think a lot, and that's probably the fear associated with what's going to happen to me in the future. So it drives your mind crazy. But now I'm still, listen, I think I'm just gonna have to, I am in the phase of accepting that I live in uncertainty, and that's it. Once I overcome that, like, that phase will pass, and it's going to be fine, and my nervous system just expands, it's just, but you will understand what it means, what the sensations in your body mean, what your body is telling you, by living it, by pushing it, by experiencing stuff. I don't care in what aspect of your life. And once you choose to act based off the sensations, for your benefit, the layers will really fall off, and you will notice one day that you see things in people that you understand, things that you will be just like, how do I know that? It just naturally will happen. One day you will just be like, wow, what? And it's in those ways where the body, as if said, like, thank you. Now you have this ability to read people because you trusted me then. Now, here you go. You don't have to worry about this any longer. That's what it is. It's like, now I don't worry about, like, I know, like, my body now tells me, like, I read the situation, I read the person so quickly that I know exactly where my attention can go and where it cannot. I told you, I can read a text and I just know. So yeah, it works like this. And what the hell did I say before? I said something about, this is very important. That's why I'm like so full of energy and I feel like sensations, because I'm like, this information is fucking gold, and part of me so want people to get it, because this is way out of your, in and out of your hell. But this is the way to authenticity. This is the way you will get to know yourself. And peace. Huh. What you want is always to look out for peace. That's why anxiety is really big red flag. Fine, let's be. It's a huge sign when you're anxious about somebody, because that's opposite of peace. When you are peaceful by yourself, not all the time, okay, but you have a peaceful moment, you can rest by yourself, and then you meet the person that you are dating and you feel anxiety, second sign. Now I'm talking for women because I don't know how it works in men's head, but I would love to find out. Like, I actually fucking want to talk to a man and just question him through and through. It will have to be a very self-aware man. When your mind is going crazy around the person, when you're focused on impressing them, know that your body, your nervous system that's already programmed, okay? So your nervous system has a structure based of your childhood. It reads the microsignals in the other person's body language, and it starts to freak out. It starts to communicate to you red flags. This person is going to not be safe for us. It doesn't matter in what way. It doesn't matter how. Physically, emotionally, mentally, it doesn't matter. It's not safe for you. This person is not safe for you. And it's because it recognizes the pattern that we're not conscious of. When I talk to somebody, I'm not looking like, oh, how do they look? What is their body language? I just trust that when I feel anxiety, when I feel not discomfort, because discomfort is to be overcome, but anxiety is telling you no. There may be a total shut off in your body, like zero interest. That's just like, just turn, go away. Sometimes I have that when it comes to eye contact. I walk on the street, some people I look in the eyes, and sometimes some people I just see them peripherally. I just see their silhouette and my whole head turns exactly the opposite way. I don't know the person, but my body knows there is something in that person's body language that says, don't even look at that person. You don't want to have nothing to do with them for whatever reason. So your body is keeping you safe. It lets you go in a crazy situation sometimes because you need to feel shit, right? You need to get the emotion out of your body. That comes in close relationships. But it's always your body. Even your trauma is talking to you. That's why I was like, is it a soul voice? Is it intuition or is it trauma? And I'm like, it's both. it's one and the same thing. Your soul is traumatized, okay? Your body is traumatized. Why? Because of the sensations. The body is manifested to perceive life, to feel it. And let me tell you, I went to the dentist. I couldn't fucking talk. My mouth was numb. It was numb. So without the feel, I was afraid to drink because I was like, I don't know where it ends, where it starts. I'm gonna spill water all over my mouth. I wasn't able to. Yeah, that was just. It was numb. I couldn't talk properly, but I realized I was like, I'd rather feel pain than not feel anything, which is so another paradox, you know. I'd rather feel pain than not feel anything, because pain, even though it's pain, but sensation is a way we orient ourselves in this world. It is sensation. It is bodily sensation. That's how we move around. That's how we know where we are, right? That's how you know where it's up and down. What smells good, what doesn't smell good, it's all of that. So it's your senses, and your body fucking knows. Focus on yourself in relationships and decide to trust it. It's gonna be bold at first. Now I don't need to. I swear I don't need to. I just see a face on dating app and I know it's a no-no. I could even tell you, like what the what the person's issues are. Let's say. That's how good it is. And it's not because I studied anything. It's just I decided to trust my body and I decided to act on it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to look for peace. If this person is making me anxious, I will not communicate with them anymore. If I'm around somebody and I'm observing, okay, this feels really good, this feels really nice, then I want to be around that person. I want to be around that person. And just because it feels good once doesn't mean it's going to continue. But just because something doesn't feel nice suddenly doesn't mean the person is bad for you. Anxiety is a big thing. Anxiety is a sign that, and overthinking brain. If you are trying to be like nice, if you know that you are controlling yourself, your impulses, maybe you would like to say like, oh, I don't like that, but you stop yourself from saying that because you want to just, you don't want to say what you assume the person doesn't want to hear. But then we only do that with people that our body already knows, yes, you cannot be yourself near this person. And it doesn't have to show immediately. It can show, you're in a relationship suddenly with the person that you're trying to please, basically people pleasing right here. And in an argument, and this is what really sucks and hurts, the person takes whatever you shared with them and flips it against you, throws it right in your back. So your body knew already at the beginning, the first time you meet the person, the first time you talk to them, your body's telling you, don't. And then you're not really sure what's happening. You act on old behavior, and suddenly you're in a situation where you're like, how can this person tell me this? Like, how? Why? So I'm telling you, you cannot go wrong when you listen to your body. There. That's it. You cannot go wrong when you make choices that align with your peace. You cannot go wrong. You seek people who make you feel good. You seek people who, it doesn't mean they agree with you, but respect is important. I have a really good friend here, and we are from different cultures. We are from different religious backgrounds, but we are so good together when we talk, because something in both of us knows, like, there are some values that really align. We disagree, but we disagree in a way, this is what I believe and it's okay, and this is what you believe and it's fine. It's beautiful. I don't need him. I don't want him to be different, for fuck's sake. I don't want him to be different. It's because whatever he says, whatever he shares with me, it is open in my perspective. It's making my world richer. I love that. I don't have to agree with him. I am just like, wow, another person, this is their experience. Like, I just love that, like, somebody shares with me something that it just shows you the richness of life. It's just, wow, you are who you are and you are so different from me, yet we're so much the same. I don't want you to be fucking different. Like, I don't want you to be, like, the same as me. Actually, please don't be. Like, yes, values, yes. Absolutely. Like, there are things that I'm just like, hello. Really matter to me, and I'm not making compromise there. But when it comes to beliefs, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite song? I don't care. As long as I see that you are a good human. You're a kind person. When I see that you're humble, you can reflect, you can admit when you're wrong. Those are my values, few of them. That's when I respect you. When I see that you don't like something, or you're under pressure, you're upset, you're angry, you're whatever, but you're not attacking me, you're not rude, you're not mean, I respect that. I know I'm human. Emotions are part of life. So be human. I want to see fucking full beauty of you. I want to see all of you. That's why I'm like fucking happy and like freaking out in a good way when I talk to people that like I can be myself around. And it's also because they are the same too. It's like I was saying that I'm like making fun of the the friend that I have. I'm totally making fun of my uncle, but fuck, he loves to piss me off too, and I love it so much. It pisses me off, but I love it at the same time, and it's good. Because it's just who we are, and I love that. And so what that he pisses me off? So what, in a conversation when I want to talk about something important, he at the same time is in a childish mood, and he wants to provoke me, and he is teasing me, but in a way that pisses me off in the moment, because I'm like, hey, like, I'm really serious right now. And he continues, and he's just like, there is a certain, like, you know, you gotta read the other person, you cannot go over the top. But even when I'm upset, and I look at his face and I see that cheekiness and smile on his face, part of me is just like, oh, I love him. It's just fucking emotion that goes through. Anger doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. It's just like, yeah, I'm angry with you right now because this matters to me. Shut up and listen. Because I honor the space he is in, and he, most important thing is you stay with the person. You don't hang up, you don't dart off, because at the end of the day it's the presence, it's the fact that he chooses to still be there. When he sees it pisses me off, he knows how I talk to him. Like, I'm like, fuck, like, shut up, but I say it. You know, insecure people will get like, oh my god, you're so rude. No, if you know me, you know that I'm just like, I know what you can handle. That's why I'm talking like that to you. And you also know that I'm so full of love that when I say that, it's just so that I can be dramatic and, you know, just having some persona, since I appear to have none. I have like a million of them. It's just like, and let me tell you, it feels good to be the bitchy person. It really feels good when you allow yourself, when you can be like that around somebody. Like, just express yourself like that, and you know person is not going to leave you, you know the person is not going to hang up on you, you know they're basically secure and they're just having fun and they're just enjoying you the way you are. That's how I enjoy my uncle. I'm like, yeah, like I just fucking see his face, I see how he smiles. Yeah, certain part of him pisses me off, but I love that part of him. I love I love that he trusts that he can push, and I am not telling him that he's being mean. I'm not telling him that he's an asshole. I'm not saying any of that. I'm not making him a bad person for that. I'm not hanging up on the phone call. We just have our moments, and then I really tell him like, and then I return the favor. Of course I do. That's what I do. I when I see that something matters to him, and I am in a cheeky mood, only if I am in that mood. I don't force stuff. That would be agenda. No, it's being present. It's whoever you are feeling to be like in the moment. By the way, my English is so bad these days, like all those videos, but I feel like the thoughts are just jumping across and I make grammatical mistakes. So just whatever, it's not my first language. But I am aware of those mistakes and it pisses me off sometimes, but I'm like, whatever. Nobody's perfect. Nor am I, however hard to believe that might be. So, yeah, I returned the favor. And then I fucking enjoy, and he knows I'm returning the favor, and he loves he loves that too. It's just, yeah, we can be who we are in the moment, and we don't abandon the other person. We don't make them feel bad about who they are. We don't. So seek peace, seek pleasure, seek feeling of good. I feel good and happy with this person. They don't make me feel bad. The moment you are on the edge and start overthinking, person's bad, drop them. I fucking swear, drop them. If you go back, and you will go back again and again and again and again and again, it's okay. You need to. And I guess it's better with one person. I don't know. But I understand it because you have to experience it multiple times until your mind actually knows, yes, the body was right all along. Now I have enough evidence that now we can go and heal out of the relationship. Now there is no more point of being around this person because I've seen enough. And that's how it works basically. And it was very hard. Even when I left the relationship, it was unbelievably fucking hard. Like every cell of my body, which is nervous system work, addiction, right? The hell? It's was it nail polish? I don't know anymore. Weird. Nervous system work is like an addiction pattern. You are used to certain version of you, is what I'm gonna say. It's not even as much about being around that person. It's never about the other person. It is not the person that you're obsessed about. It's about how they make you feel, what your nervous system is used to. It's about when you leave a relationship where you were anxious all the time, when you have pattern of people pleasing. And the person after a breakup starts to pull the strings, and suddenly they're sweet, and suddenly they're like, oh, I miss you. I'm like, fuck, shut up. But it plays on your nervous system, on your programming. And why is that? Because, well, we project onto others, good and the bad. So when I say I miss you, it's not manipulative. It's I miss you, it means I love your presence, and now I'm aware of the lack of it, and I just miss it. So I'm gonna say I miss you. But many people don't do that. Especially when you leave a relationship, the other person is like, oh, I want you back in my life. I'm like, of course you fucking want me. I'm fucking awesome. Yeah. Ladies, really, think about it. Why the fuck he wants you around? Now, he also has trauma response. He also has attachment style. You are also a drug to him. But you are awesome, otherwise he wouldn't come back. So it's not about the other person, it's about what your nervous system is used to, and what it's suddenly missing. It's feeling like, oh my God, like it's the behavior you have. So people pleasing is like you have emotionally unstable parents. They cannot control their emotions, their actions. They become reactive, which hurts you, and so you learn to people please. You learn to soothe their emotions down by your actions. With your behavior, which is basically you submit, all of you, most of you, all of you, so that the other person can be calm. It is that behavior that wants to kick in, because come on, you've been that person for 30 years of your life, or 20 or 50, or I don't know. You've been that. Every fucking cell in your body is gonna scream at you. Do it. This is who we are. This is what he says. Or whatever person, even my parents. Like, relationships that really matter to you are gonna play. Best friend, sure. I don't know. With friendships, it's like when I see that the other person is not giving back as much as I do, then I don't have problem dropping it. But I learned the hard way in the past that even friends were, whatever. Not hard way, but yeah. It pulls on you. Every cell of your body is telling you, go back. Soothe him. It's not about him. You don't want to do it because you love him. That doesn't erase the love. You do love him. It has nothing to do with love. Okay? You have to be like, oh, I am a loving person. I'm compassionate. It's okay. Feel the compassion. Just fucking stay away. It doesn't mean you have to write something nice or cute or sweet to soothe him down. Because by soothing him down, you're soothing yourself down. Love. There you go. Boom. Hit right there. You're not soothing him down. You're soothing your nervous system down. There. Fuck, bitches. Figure it out. See, I don't know what persona I have today. It is what it is. But I love you all. I love you so much. It's just fun. I told you, when you go through a shit show of stuff in your life, you're just not serious about things anymore. And I know myself, I know my love, I know my heart. So when I say bitches, it's just theatrics. Yeah. But that's the self-love. That's self-trust. I'm just like, I know myself and I know who I am. So I don't mind appearing whatever, because I know me and I know my intention is just Let's have fun. Let's joke around. Ah, yeah. So be checking for that. It's just you're soothing yourself down. You're not soothing him. You're not being loving. Uh, Being loving sometimes actually means just like what I did now. I tell you the truth, however unpleasant. That's love. Because love wants you free. Love wants you to see the reality for what it is. Love doesn't want you to live in illusions. Love wants you to see that you are fucking perfect the way you are. And to get there, you gotta break all the illusions that you have, which is pile of emotions in you as well. And you gotta break out of all that. So, yeah, the medicine is follow your inner voice and feel the stuff. Feel it. If you decide to lower the dosage, if you decide to numb yourself a little bit, be my guest, but do it consciously. Awareness is the key. It doesn't matter, the action doesn't matter, it's the awareness. That's why I'm so confident when I'm saying stuff, because I know my awareness behind everything. And I know that if there was something I was not meant to say, I wouldn't. When I say things, I am fully aware of the consequences, possible consequences. Even if there might be like, you know, people complaining in the comment section or whatnot, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Write what you want. I don't care. I got myself here to the point where I don't care. I genuinely don't care. I'm talking about people who would want to be mean, right? I'm not talking about other stuff. I do care about everybody, really. So I think I'm gonna stop talking because I really wanna have a drink. I'm gonna have a drink. But I had to stop drinking at some point, like not during the video, because I was like, whoa, I don't wanna get tipsy. Now, when it comes to that, your body will tell you as well what to do, how to do. There were moments when I needed a drink, really, like, usually when I drink, I'm talking about drinking because drinking is my thing. Always when I drink when I'm in a good mood and I want to have fun, and I am so funny and I just laugh all the time when I drink. When I was feeling discomfort in my body, emotions, all that, I would go for a drink eventually. And it might make me cry, it might make actually emotions, like sometimes the tension went away, like it was slow and it changes, so the communication changes with the body, but that's because it changes on a level you don't understand, energetically, cellularly, on a cellular level, it does. And now my body is like, no, you're not gonna drink. When I feel heavy emotions, when I want to get out of my skin, and I tried it before, and I have a really strong drink, like we're talking 75%, but hey, I'm from a drinking country, I have it in my DNA. That's like, one drink like that, okay, great, you know, but I can take stuff. It doesn't make me tipsy. It doesn't do anything. My body already. So I stopped spending money on that at some point. I was like, okay. Body is like, no, you're gonna fucking feel it. It literally, something in me burns the fucking alcohol. Like, it doesn't even hit. So yes, your body will work in your favor. It will tell you what to eat, when to eat, how much to eat. There's gonna be a lot of resistance in your system because it doesn't know any better, all right? Resistance to everything. Even me, I had that. I was like, oh, I'm not really feeding myself healthy food, right? You don't have money. Fuck. You eat like $2 noodles for months. I'm like, how the fuck am I surviving, you know? Body can survive on anything. And then I realized that there are those beliefs that I have, or even my past experiences when I know I was eating well and healthy and I was feeling full of life. And I had to deconstruct that. I had to not to have resistance to what I'm eating and just be like, it's keeping you alive right now. This is the situation. This is what we have right now. It doesn't mean you're gonna die. Your body will be just fine. Your body will get back. It's just what it is right now. So don't feel like you're eating poison when you're having McDonald's burger. I don't know. I don't eat that stuff because I can feel the fakeness of it. If you want burger, fuck, pay more and have good quality meat. But what is seeing my standards high? Like, I swear I'm broke, but when I want chocolate, I get the expensive one because the pleasure, the feel that I get out of it, it's so much more. Like, that actually relaxes my body so much that it's fucking worth it. It's worth it. Every dollar. So, relationship and money and stuff, maybe I'll talk about it at some point. It's like 1 hour and 30 minutes, but it's I think the tension that I feel in my body is just like, I want this to help somebody so bad. So bad. But I'm like, I know all I can do is just to say stuff, just to share it and trust. And that's it. Because there's nothing else I can do about it. Nothing else. I cannot make you believe what I say. I cannot make you do stuff. I cannot make you none of that. So there's going to be resistance when you start doing things differently, when you start eating different things, doing stuff. Just there's going to be resistance. It's fine. It's going to pass. I just, consciously try to reduce resistance when I recall, when I remember, when I'm aware, and I'm like, okay, it's fine. It's fine. I'm telling you, what you need to focus on, your attention is going to go there. And I lived it, and I know. I'm not going to argue anyone's truth. Whatever would be in the comment section, be my guest. You disagree with me, disagree. I respect that. I'm like, you have your own truth. And I am not sharing this to sell my truth, to sell this science of body, mind, spirit, truth thing. No, I'm sharing this because there is something so strong inside of me that says, say that. And I was thinking about writing a book, but I'm like, fuck no. Who the fuck no? Like, anybody, you want to write a book? Talk to me, you're a writer, write it. I don't have problem. But I don't see myself sitting behind a desk or a computer and just like, there were ideas, like, yeah, I was considering it at some point, but I'm like, oh fuck no, just like, this is not me, this is not what I do. I do fun stuff, I do intense shit, I live life, I experience it. So yeah, oh, today is so beautiful. I'm getting hungry. I think I'm gonna go for a muffin. I'm gonna draw something today. something just to relax a little bit, just to have my mind focus on something. There was like this really amazing video on YouTube that I saw today. It's not mandala kind of thing, but it's just you're just drawing some patterns, and there is a structure to it, so you need to pay attention. Like your mind needs to know in which way you're drawing the lines. So it's a perfect kind of focus. It's like a focus that doesn't require logical thinking, but focus is required. So I cannot wait to actually do that. Yeah, see, I should be going crazy, stressing out, looking for a job. How am I going to survive next month? I will somehow. Yeah, that's a level of self-trust. But then, yeah, just listen to your own voice, because we are not the same. We are not the same. We are the same, but we're not the same. Live your life. I love you. Oh my God, the heaviness in my chest suddenly. Yeah, see, back to reality. I did what felt right to do, and now I'm like, back to reality. Just not learning, but practicing sitting in discomfort all the time. I started a year ago, and I'm here now. So see, it's never comfortable, but I'm also not flipping out the way I was a year ago. I love you so much. I swear, I hope it's gonna go somewhere. It must. Something must. And thank you for whoever is listening. Good luck. Yeah, good luck. You know what you're doing, even if it feels like you don't. It just feels like you don't, but you're doing great. Love you.